Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTix.com. A few months ago, we introduced you to a new Apple-looking design concept in a smartwatch, the GT88, which took the rectangular square type of Apple Watch and played with it, squinched it around so it was round, had the same kind of button look and feel on the left and the right, but doggone it, it was round. And they released that as a basic smartwatch. And of course, the first thing we said was, nice, but we want more. We always do that. I mean, that's the nature of the game. So here we go. You get more. You're getting this round Apple Watch Ultra looking smartwatch. Beautiful design in a watch that includes the Android operating system. This is the first Android smartwatch looking like this. Oh boy, we're going to have fun today. It's the X800 smartwatch, and I'm not even sure where you can get it, guys. This is Alibaba, which is kind of the wholesale outlet for watches that are sold to other companies that then sell them through Aliexpress or other outlets. Well, I do have this particular link for you. It's in the show notes for between $44 and $58, depending on memory configuration. You can pick up as small as 1 unit. Most of the time they sell 2, 10, 100, 1,000, but this particular location you'll be able to pick up 1 unit. It changes from time to time because these companies come and go. I'll try to keep the links updated for you. Don't have any regular outlets for this one. It's very unique and unusual. 2 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte configurations, $44. But if you want it smoother operation, you can get 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage for $58. What it's got in it is an IPS screen. Not AMOLED, 360 by 360, relatively low resolution. This is more of a play toy, guys. I'm not going to really recommend it as your primary Android watch, okay? This is just something to have fun with. It's claiming 3G. You'll see somewhere else it says 4G, and when it boots up it says 5G, and I can't get it to work on any G when I plug in a SIM card with it. So I wouldn't really count on you using it as a watch phone, but the capability is supposedly there. Does have GPS, MP3 music on it. Of course, with the storage, you can play back music and store it on there. Got a keyboard into it. There's you go. The 4G is down here, so forth. There's a lot of different functions in it. Not too sure about compass. It's talking about it. There's some pseudo compass looking stuff. But basically all of the standard stuff you see in a smartwatch. Not even giving it a brand name, really. It's called the X800, but you'll see it by different names out there, too. Android 8.1, 44 to 49 millimeter. Haven't seen the smaller one. It's always this 49 millimeter size. There we go. Now it's X800, Android 8.1. There's a repeat of everything, and 700 milliamp hour battery. So you get this little manual with it, which isn't all that much. It's in Chinese on this side, and on this side, you can run through the English aspect of it. Wow, okay, it's got a little disclaimer, a packing list, the keys, what they look like. They've actually taken pictures, charging it up before you use it, the type of SIM card you need to put in it, common problems. You with me? Everything else over here is Chinese. Now, let's dive into it. We took the little cover off. You see you also have screen protector that you can put onto it if you want to. Wipes to clean it up. You want to do that very carefully so you don't get bubbles underneath it. Nice that they packaged that with it. You've got an interesting charger. We don't go into a lot of detail on chargers, but I'm going to for a moment on this one. USB, magnetic coupling, but you notice something here? 2 pins, and they're relatively far apart. That's the power button spots on the watch. On all our other Android watches, it's a 4-pin configuration, and the inner 2 are for data transfer. Now, on some of these watches that ship with this kind of a cable, I've used the 4-pin kind connected to the computer, and I do get data transfer. I tried it with this one, and it does not. So you just basically can charge the watch. Doesn't mean you can't sideload apps and do other things with it. It just means you've got to do it with wirelessly. Probably using Google Drive, OneDrive, something like that. This is what you can pull out, the SIM card tray. Yes, this is not a button. This is actually where you put your SIM card to use it. If any of you guys get a watch like this working with communication technology, right? Making phone calls, sending text with a SIM card in it, let us know what company, where you are, and how the heck you did it. Because you're professing that this is functional in that mode, but we're really having difficulty getting it to work. On the back, you've got a cover over your sensors. We're going to take that thing off too. This is a little camera module, microphone, speaker on this one is right here on the end. It looks like it'll be underneath the bands when we put it on. And it ships with these kind of bands. Now notice they're not your Apple slide-in kind. They're still the pin kind, quick release. So any of your standard bands that you have for any of your other watches would work on this one. It's not restricted to just the Apple style of bands. Okay, let's put it together. There we go. Looks pretty nice with the orange band on it. It's kind of a beige color with silver. Nice integration. Press the lower button, vibrates, and comes up, like I said, telling you it's a 5G LTE watch. And I'll tell you, it'd be amazing if somebody can report that you got at 5, not only working on cellular, but 5G. That would be beautiful. It's got a long boot up process, but a really nice rotating globe. Very well done. I like the sun reflection off of it, the clouds, and it would also blow me away if that were the actual weather around the planet. I don't think so, though. Anyway, as it's coming up, I do want to mention, again, that the implementation of Android in this one is really strange. And we were warned about this. Pablo 11, the head guy over at the Around Full Android Watches website and forum, helped with the configuration control of these watches for years. And they all worked really, really well. And then all of a sudden it kind of got out of control. And now different companies make their own implementation of the actual operating system as well as the firmware overlay. So those of you familiar with these things are going to see some odd stuff. It's kind of fun to play with the odd stuff, but it's not something I would like to stick with. We've got it fully charged, as you can see, 98%. There's a nice rotating gears, watch face, integrated orange. It's a special one. That one works really well. It's a stock watch face. Have not found out any way to put in other watch faces, but those of you more trained in this might be able to figure it out. Swipe down, we get some basic information. You got quite a few controls here. Overall settings, this is Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and cellular connectivity. When they're glowing blue, they're turned on. Airplane mode, all similar. This is where you can throw away all of the apps that you've been working on, either one by one if you want to, or go into them, or throw them all out like that, clean everything up. And before, we haven't seen all of that stuff in the actual menu, but here it is in the menu system here. This is a quick cleanup type of thing, one-click cleaning, and I told you, you're going to see some different stuff here. Don't know. Let's try that one. Okay, that would clean up your cache, and there's nothing in cache. This one-click cleanup. It says I could probably eliminate that. Anyway, something to play with in here. We come back, and that's that one. Now you get your overall brightness control with a few other things. Brightness level is available with a slider. And yes, we can size this so it's a square inside of a circle. We'll show you that in a little bit. You got wallpaper where you can actually go into your File Explorer, whatever pictures you've got, and change the background. You've got different live wallpapers, although none are installed, it says. And your basic wallpapers. we have choices down here of different styles that you can pick. You want to try the flower? Well, it's kind of off-center. How about that one? Looks like it is too. I'll just leave it the way it is for right now. But that's all here in your wallpapers. You can adjust your sleep from as little as 15 seconds to as many as 30 minutes. Font size, you can change here. Preview, you can default it. You can make it larger or largest, whatever you'd like. I'll leave it there for now. And then advanced, display size screen, screensaver. Custom screensaver is your clock, but you can change that to photo frame, photo table. Wow. When to start while it's docked, or while it's charging or docked. Okay. Or never. This is for when it's docked. It's supposedly going to do a screensaver. And you can start it now to see what it would look like, I guess. Okay, there we go. We've got just a jumping time display that will be on here. And theoretically, I presume if you wanted to, you could wear the watch and go everywhere we just went and put this on and in a crazy way have an always-on display on your watch, right? Remember now, it's an IPS display, so it's backlit, so you're using the same amount of power if it was black, white, or any color in between. So be careful about running out your power quickly if you wanted to. All right, that's the screensaver section in here. All this is new stuff we've never seen on a smartwatch before. Here's your phone calling. You could just place a call directly from here as long as you've got your SIM card installed. And then this is silencing your speaker or having it active. Shows you some more information, and we dropped a couple of percent in power. 89, 98, that's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, that's heart rate, not the power level. So we've dropped from 100 roughly, we've almost gone, 10%, 9% in just a few moments. Don't expect a lot of battery life out of this puppy. There's the watch face it's back on. We may as well cover this stuff. It's got a name, and you can select it. You got a few other ones in here. There's a nice round one, a graffiti one. Here's one, and with the gear, you could go in there and change your picture. And this says more dials, and when I select it, it says there are no more dials. The application is not installed. So I don't know how that works to enhance it to get additional faces from the server, which we typically can do on Android watches, let alone loading in a clock skin folder and dropping faces in there, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. But we do have these limited faces in here, so we'll switch to a different one, just show you it's animated as well. It'll show you your step count and day of the week and so forth. Okay, so we swipe down, we've changed this. We go over this way, we're going to get all of our different apps in here. We'll look at that in a minute. Come back here. This is an on-off, and this is a return to home. Come over this way. We get our step count information for the day if you've used it. I have a little bit. It's not registering. It's not really accurate as far as I can tell. This turns on the diode, and now we're starting for the first time to really get some interesting biometrics in Android watches. That was something that was kind of weak. You had a little bit of exercise information, but not a whole lot in terms of taking your body measurements. So here we go. We're getting a reading this time of the day. I haven't used it for this yet before. On this day, midnight to midnight, there's your scale here, and it's giving me about 69 beats per minute. Come again over here now, and is it going to use red diodes, which is good. That's a higher likelihood of getting a more accurate reading. When you touch it, of course, you can wear it on your arm. You can touch it with your finger, whatever you want. It's giving me a 95, 99, 97, so it's reading my blood oxygen now through my jumpy finger on here. And that's it. Blood oxygen, heart rate, step count, time, and then when we slide up, you get notifications sent from your phone. Basic stuff. Pressing the button will take you also here if you're in your watch face, but if you're someplace else, it'll take you back to the watch face. Pressing here turns it off and on. A double tap does nothing. A long tap and hold gets you up here where you can change from the circle to the square for when you have an app that you need to see the edges of. You've got your power. SOS, if you put a person's name in and you have it working cellular with your phone, it could instigate an emergency call, and you can restart the watch from here as well. This will take you back, and we're back out of there. What was the last one? This one gets you back into the area where you can clean everything up that you've opened and save your power a little bit. Up here, double tap does nothing. A one tap takes you there and it just toggles back and forth. A long tap and hold does nothing. So not a whole lot going on here. You do have control with the crown to rotate and move through things, and we'll use that. Dial plate, this is just your watch face, and it looks like it just takes you back to it. It doesn't really take you into selecting them. Here's your switch style. And this is how your apps are going to appear. We're using basically text with a curve. Here it is straight. You can have these different types of circles, twirly ones. You've got a nice one with the globe in there. We'll come back and play with that one maybe. This one too. All of them in a row. And then the bubble style that you're used to with Apple's implementation. Let's select that one. And now we've got it like this. Okay. And that was the switch style. You've got chat. That actually works together with your SMS. And of course, we don't have that because we're not plugged in with a SIM card. Your dial pad, your contacts, adding friends. Look, it looks like you can tap your watches together and add new friends, search for friends, create new friends, shake the watch. Okay, when you're near somebody. You've got the camera and photo album. You want to go there? Sure. Tap this button and the camera lights up, and the camera's on the bottom, so you're looking down here at the surface. I can put my hand here. Of course, the band is in the way. Take a picture of my Oura ring. And notice this is a video, so I can tap it. Now, oh, hello, we took a picture. It says tap to take a picture. Anywhere on the screen you can tap to take a picture, like that. But theoretically, if I hit this just right, now we're doing a video recording, and you can see my band is in the way, just for motion in here, and a little bit of zooming. And we can stop that. And it saved it. And now we can go into the gallery when we leave here, which is your photo album. I took some outdoor pictures already, but I'll show you this. Let's listen real carefully if you can hear the audio.
Now we're doing a video recording, and you can see my band is in the way, just for motion in here, and a little bit of zooming.
Okay, I'm going to start talking again. I'm ramping up. Okay, in case you turned your volume way up so you could hear it. It's soft. It's very, very soft, at least on the video section. Come back out of here. We can go into pictures. I can double tap again, and double tap, and it'll go back. I do not have pinch and zoom capability, however. There's another photo, and I can't quite read what it's saying. Press. Yeah, zooming in again. It's still pretty fuzzy. It's like a really low resolution camera, but it does basically take some pictures. Outdoors now, here's a sample video I shot just outside the door.
This is a video showing some greenery outside and checking the audio level as we pan around. Did you see
I'm so sorry you can't hear it. Anyway, yeah, when the video's playing, if you double tap it, it stops it. And again, we don't have any pinch and zoom as far as I can tell. Oh, you can speed it up. Oh, go forward and back. There's a few things you can do. And you saw it has editing capability as well. And here's another still picture from outside that I can zoom in just by double tapping 2 different levels and then back out again. That's pretty much it for the camera and the photo album. And the camera module is right there, which is a perfect place for it when it's against your arm, right? Yeah, All right, we have a basic step counter in here, and when you tap that, you see the same chart that we saw. You do have the ability to slide down and see more information in here, which is kind of nice. From there, you've got your SMS, which of course you need a SIM card. Setup is your settings. We'll get back to that. You got a basic calculator in here. You've got a simple calendar, but it's different. We haven't seen it like this, have we? Lunar 9 month 10 1. I'm not sure what all that is. Here's a full calendar that you can go forward and backward on. And it was looking at today's date right here. You've got video chat, which also isn't working. In fact, it's basically in Chinese, so I think you'd need to be set up in China to be able to do video chatting with this one. You got this app market, which again now is a Chinese interface. It's not fully translated to the global market yet, and I really don't know how that works. It's trying to load something. Okay, you got a QR scanner you can download. All right, some basic apps, games and things that you can get into. Google, although a lot of these are installed. Google News isn't. Wow, Microsoft Edge. I'm glad we stumbled into it. I tried to play with it before, but I didn't get this far. Hope somebody saw how I did it. I think I just tapped the one on the left. But it's a robust listing of a lot of different apps. And it says they're free, so you could install them. Wow, TikTok Asia even, and down to YouTube. So quite a few, more than I've seen in many of them. Very cautious I would recommend you be if you download from here, because it may be bypassing the Google Play Store, and not sure if any of these apps may have malware or viruses, intentional or unintentional. Just be careful. If you saw something you'd like there, if it's on the Google Play Store, I recommend you use the Play Store instead. In Tools now, you have a sound recorder, alarm clock. There's your calendar and calculator again, cleaning stuff up, and a little stopwatch is built into it as well. So those are in your tools. Now we did heart rate. You've got the video, which we saw when we played the gallery. This is just another way of just filtering it for your videos. You do have QR code in here. More apps now. When you get in here, this is where you see several of the other apps that aren't on the main one. And there's the Google Play Store. So it's through here that you'd be, once you set up your Google account and everything, that you'd be able to access and download any apps you want to from the Google Play Store, including already installed Google Maps and Chrome. I installed this, Backup and Restore, and the Gboard keyboard to play with, which works a lot better on the watch than the stock one that comes with it, just to test all that stuff out. This is a broadcast thing. I have no idea how it works. And please type again to exit. There we go. Your basic overall file manager showing you all of the different things in the different categories, or you can go into local storage, internal storage, and that's where you get into all of your typical stuff like you're used to on your phone. So you do have all of that capability to access stuff. There's blood oxygen again, Google Play. This is the third time we've seen where you get to Google Play. Here's your themes. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you still have to have a SIM card in here for some of this. Oh, look at that. I can't even get out of it. Wow. I actually had to long press on the side, just in case you guys end up with this, and touch that and throw it away before I could get back to the opening screen. Really crazy. So we are over here. We'll just not touch that one. Maps and Chrome and the update. Here's my backup and restore, and these are the ones then that I add to it. And now we're back around to the start again, because this thing loops in a circle in this particular method of displaying your apps. Okay, that's the apps in here. You've seen the watch faces. Now how about the tethering app? Well, there is no tethering app. Not that I can find. It just does what it does. So there's no real easy way to transfer the data over to an app for archiving it. It's using, like I said, a different implementation of Android. So you pretty much have seen everything that it does. Whoa, you're absolutely right. I totally skipped over the settings, even though we passed it twice here and in the app drawer. Let's jump in just to show you the kind of things you've got in your settings. Of course, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are here. Customization is just where you do your dial management for the watch faces, theme settings, and wallpaper background. You saw all that stuff. Come out of here. Oh, there we go. You've got screen and display, brightness, and your watch time on. We saw all of these already in a different way of getting into that section. Your sound settings now are for your different sounds that you can generate and the volume that you're going to set them all at. That's in there. And then languages that are supported. English is what we set up for this one, but you need to add a language if you're going to have something other than English in this watch. You have password unlock, and this is wild. Look at this. It's going to Google for your password stuff. So it goes through Google Play Protect, security update, and look at this. It's not rotating anymore. We have to slide it. Anyway, screen lock is way down here, and that's supposedly how you can go through and create the lock. Because it does do finance transactions in China anyway, you have to have a ability to lock the screen. Software version and your IMEI card are there. You can reset, update the software, and even more settings here that include all of this stuff, your input method, your app management, wireless network, and so forth. So there you have it, Android 8.1 in a very interesting case design, and available, released through Alibaba, the wholesale outlet, with a link in the show notes. You can head over, hopefully, to this site, but it might be a different one. I'll try to keep it updated. In general, should run you somewhere between $45 to $60. It may be available on Aliexpress. If so, I'll have a link for you there, and I'll try to update them regularly, because oftentimes these companies just disappear and a different one comes in. It is the X800. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon.